What's up, everybody? It's the Doomcast. It's Drunktoys. It's where we drink and we open toys. It's that simple. It's me, Dan Empton, Perry Thompson. I almost said me again. That's not true. We're all one being, just experiencing existence independently of one another. Anyway, the next figure that we're going to open up is Clayface. Nope, that's wrong. That's the Build-A-Figure. I already fucked that up. Two-Face. Clayface. Batman has so many face villains, he should just have a face, like where it's just like...
About face!
It's like the thing from Spirited Away, but instead of having no face, it's just got nothing but faces. It's just like got like hands on its faces. That'd be some Studio Ghibli shit too. That's...
I want to go back to how philosophical you were when you were like, we're all one being. It's like, can we just stop there for a second and just acknowledge how deep that was?
I mean... yeah.
So, when we get to the end, are we going to put Clayface together?
Oh, absolutely we
Okay.
are. What is this?
Oh,
He's
what
got
is
like
that?
some kind of like
Is that back fat?
baby check.
You know what's awesome about Clayface's back fat is that he has little bumps there. So even Clayface has back knee.
So this is a very specific Two-Face, which is super dope. They put Tom King on Batman, but then they let Scott Snyder and John Romita Jr. started doing All-Star Batman. Two-Face went out and put a bounty on Batman's head to where he was just basically, like, it was such a ridiculous bounty that pretty much everybody, like every single villain out there was just like, all right, like we're just gonna all try and kill Batman, like at once. Like, so it was basically just this non-stop gauntlet. I didn't notice this, but like if you look at it, like if you look at that side by side, like the thing that's freaking crazy about this is it looks like the comic art, like dead on. It doesn't look like an interpretation of the comic art. It looks like the actual comic. That is dope.
Going back to the other figures, like, I didn't really like the feel of, like, the little plastic thing that they had on, like, the capes, but I think that it really works well with this one when it's, like, a jacket like this, like his suit jacket and, like, the tie. I feel that, from a texture standpoint,
It's like...
It really feels like they put time into this.
It moves like a jacket, like it should. It doesn't feel like rigid and shit.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't feel like it's a piece, like an add-on or something like that they just had to have. It looks like they did that for an aesthetic, and I think it works well.
And the pistols are like low detail, but they're shaped like pistols, and they look like the way John Romita would draw a pistol. So I'm all about that.
All right.
Yeah, instead of it being like a lot of the Marvel figures, it'll be like the sculptor's interpretation of that character design, right? But like DC's figures, it looks like they're going the route of like, this is that creator's style. Like, we're going to sculpt it after their style rather than like our own interpretation. Yeah, I'm with this. I love it. I'm good with it.
I love how the little hands have coins in it.
Oh yeah, we got to
If
switch.
you notice, depending on which hand you have, one has a little detail for the scar, the
the
scar
left hand?
heads, and one has the good one. So it's like, you know, if you really wanted to pose
Nice.
them up, one has the shit's gone down, you live today.
Well,
And if you watch the Dark Knight movies, you know that just because you live doesn't mean the driver does.
I love that, like, okay, so you remember back in like the early 90s, like the cool way to hold a pistol was like sideways or whatever.
That was the gangster.
Like you would just like, and realistically, like you would just shoot all over the place. Like it would
Right.
mess you up.
Right. The theory of like which ethnicity of crime that you follow, you know, I think that, you know, like maybe, you know, south of the border, they'd be like that, where it's
Like they're just going to
Compton-
point it directly down at you?
Yeah, but like in Compton, it's like that.
Mafia and the cartels. Like, they're
Right.
all, like, out like this. Like, they're all, you know, like, not into guns. But if you were going to carry, why wouldn't you want to learn how to do that right? My God.
Yeah, it's
Like-
not like you couldn't blow your own face off if you messed up.
Well, you see these dweebs, like, you see those stories about, like, that one dude that went to not the pet store, the ARL in Des Moines, and shot, like, a 6-year-old and a grandma.
For
Like, it was a
what?
27-year-old guy.
He stole
He
his
didn't know.
cookies?
No, he had a gun in his pants, and it went off, and it ricocheted, and it hit a little girl and her grandma.
Damn.
Yeah, some dude from Grimes. Like, you would think that you would, like, if you wanted to be
That's
cool like
grimy.
that. It is grimy. Figure it out. Get yourself under control. Get yourself under control.
Jesus.
Two-Face, Clayface, Redface, Green Face. That didn't work. Anyway, all right. All right, everybody. That is Two-Face.
I'm gonna figure out how to put this fucking torso together. Because,
Oh.
like, it's not fitting correctly. Like, look at the hole. It's off.
Uh-oh.